Welcome to Designer Digital's Bi-Weekly Tip, October 10th, 2014. This week, tips for changing guidelines in Photoshop or Elements. In the previous tip, I demonstrated several ways to create guidelines for positioning items on your digital document. This week's tip is the second in a three-part series on using guides effectively in both Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. In this installment, I'll show you how to change the orientation of the guides, change the guide color, and how to lock and unlock guide positions. When you're dragging out a guide from a ruler, you may realize that you want to change the orientation. With the clicker still depressed, click the Alt key, or on a Mac system the Option key. This changes a horizontal guide to a vertical guide, or vice versa. Drag, and with the clicker still depressed, hold down the Alt or Option key. This is easier than starting over again. If you've already drawn out a guide, you can select the Move tool and then drag your cursor over the guide. When it changes to a double line with arrows, you can Alt-click, or on a Mac system Option-click. The line will automatically reposition. Once you've pulled out a guide, you may find that you need to move it. Drag your cursor over the guide. When it changes to a double line with arrows, you can click and drag the guide to a new position on your document. After you have your guides in place, you can lock them so that you don't accidentally move them as you work on your project. In the menu bar, select View, Lock Guides. This will keep the guides from moving. Unticking View Lock Guides will allow you to move them again. To change the guide defaults, choose Edit, Preferences, Guides, Grids, and Slices from the menu bar. This opens the software preferences. Under Guides, you can select a new color from the drop-down box. This is helpful if your guide color doesn't sufficiently contrast with the document that you're working on. You can choose a new contrasting color so that the guides are more easily located. Under Styles, you can choose lines or dashed lines and then click OK. I'm going to select a new color. I'll select red and then click OK. And now the guides have changed to red. Knowing how to change guides helps you work smarter and more efficiently as you create digital art. By changing the defaults, you can set up the software to work for you. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back in 2 weeks for the next Designer Digitals tip on hiding and deleting guides.